Hey y'all, I'm back and I need to drink some water. My throat is dry. We are on. Before I even get started, y'all might not even watch me no more after I tell y'all this. but I'm, uh, my belief in life. Now I believe the Bible. God made us all that, the earth, everything. I follow God wholeheartedly. But I believe that when we die, we're recycled. What I mean by recycled is that we're born again. But when we die, if we die in bad terms of God, we're born again right back into that same mess. But if you lived your life a mess and then you repent and you follow God wholeheartedly, and that's the way you die. When you die, I believe that you have the remembrance of your life like it was a dream, though. And this is my belief. I don't care what y'all think. It was like a dream, and you know that you follow God. And that might be the most of that you remembered is that you follow God at the end. So you're born back into God, and you have a choice whether you want to do all those bad things that you did, those ungodly things that you did, say it that way, or you can follow God. Which life part of your life was better for you? And that's what the life you may choose when you're born again. Now, um, reason why I believe these things is because some people believe that God and Jesus is the same person. Not They believe that God's spirit was within Jesus. Well, God's spirit is within all of us, but because He made us. But I believe Jesus is Jesus, and He sent Jesus back down here. Jesus was born again, because Jesus said He was the beginning and the end. So I believe the understanding I got when I started following God wholeheartedly was that Adam and Jesus are the same one. God sent Jesus back down here to do things the right way, to walk with Him, to do as He told him to do, not like he did the first time and messed up and listen to Eve. This time he didn't give Adam no wife. His name is Jesus. He didn't give Adam no wife. You got no wife this time. We ain't gonna give you a wife to mess you up, because we know women can be very persuasive. So, and he was supposed to do his thing, and that's what he did, and that's why. And then there's a part in the Bible, and I haven't looked it up. I should have looked it up so I can tell y'all where to look. But I think it's in Revelations or somewhere in the New Testament where somebody reaches up out of the where God keeps the souls. One of the souls reached out and asked God, "When is it our time?" And God said, "Be patient. You have another season." Now I don't know how long a season is. This is why I believe we're recycled. Our souls, He keeps our souls, and then we are recycled into again. So that's why death does not bother me. Death does not bother me at all. And I know I have lived this life before. I don't know how many times, but I have lived this life before because when I was a little girl, I had dreams. I had these dreams. I don't know how young I was when I had the dreams, but I had the dreams. I was a little girl. I know I was real young. And the one dream I had that I was under this merry-go-round with a little boy doing things we ain't got no business doing. And I woke up. I was called and then I woke up. Then another dream I had where it was time for me to go to school. And I slid down this sliding board. I was at daycare. I was at daycare. I slid down the sliding board into this dark hole and woke up. Then I had a dream that I was going to school and I was in a van going to be on a school bus, whatever, going to school. Excuse me. And kids used to pick on me and call me pissy. And I used to pee the bed. And I woke up. Or I thought that was a real life thing. I really thought that was a real life thing. But in real life, I never got picked on. I never even rode a school bus. And I definitely didn't get picked on. And then what was another dream, wasn't it? Yeah, it was another dream where I was on top. I was on a balcony. In the house we lived in. And we never lived in a house with a balcony. But I was living in the balcony, and the people below, down on the ground, was treating me bad and calling me names. And I woke up. But those things never happened in real life, but it just seemed like it was there. It was, but then I realized as of today, this morning, that all those dreams pertain to my life. My life up until this point. My life up until this point. Because the dream where I'm under the merry-go-round with a little boy doing things I ain't got no business doing was my life. My life was with boys was like a merry-go-round. Looking for love, I went from boy to boy to boy to boy to boy to boy to boy, trying to find that right love. Trying to find that love, that's somebody who would love me, and it never happened. Doing things I ain't got no business doing. That was that dream. And then the one where I'm in a daycare and then I slide down into the dark hole, that was me going into my birth, leaving the womb. And then the dream with me on the school bus and them calling me pissy. Me who lived my childhood life. I wet the bed. And that was my life. I was always on punishment because I wet the bed. Always on punishment. And then the dream where I'm on the balcony and the people below on the street, calling me names, talking bad about me or whatever. That's me now. Where I live at is up the steps up here. And there's houses down on the street level. And the people down there and the people around me talk bad about me. The people across the street, they put bad things out there about me that aren't true. But that's my life. But even with all that's been my life, pretty much pitiful, I decided to walk with God wholeheartedly. And that's where I am now. And nothing nobody can say bad about me or whatever is going to change that. And I'll make sure that when I go into my next life, I go as I am now, not as I was. And that's your chance. Do you want to take the chance that I'm right and not change your life and walk with God wholeheartedly and go into your next life with the same life you just had? Is your life that great? Even if you got money, I don't care if you're rich or whatever. Is your life that great, even with your money or with no money, that you want to take that? Is that the life you want to live going into your next life? Because if I'm right, because this is the understanding I got, if I'm right, you're going to live that mess all over again. until you, and again and again and again, until you're knocked on your head to decide, when am I going to go with God? Because what I'm doing just ain't happening. Keep doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. It ain't going to happen. So, I'm going into my next life following God. I'm going to have those same 5 kids that I have now, but only it's going to be done the right way. It might be having some more kids because I did have abortions also. But it's going to be done the right way. God's going to make sure I find the husband. If I come back into life as a woman, I might come back into life as a man. I might come back into life as a dog. Prayerfully not. I'd rather stay human. God's going to make sure I have the right person in my life, and that rather I'm making the babies or sending the babies, shooting the babies out. Those 5 babies plus will be here. And what did they say in the Bible? The first will be last and the last will be first. So I just had to share that with y'all. If I even paid me any attention, that's what does not bother me, because I know we are recycled. We are definitely recycled. I know that for a fact. So, and let's get started. We are on Esther chapter 10. It's very short. This is the last chapter of Esther, and it's very, very short. So let's get started. No need for seatbelts unless you you got to be feeling real antsy. That's how short this chapter is. And the king, Ahasuerus, laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai, were unto the king advanced him. Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia? For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. That's it. Told you it was quick. That is the end of the book of Esther. Tomorrow we will read the book of Job. Job is a long book, and I like Job. I like the book of Job. Well, it ain't long as Jasher was, but it's 42 books. But that's it for the book of Esther. Always ask God for understanding of anything I just read. I read yesterday and that I will read tomorrow, and anything I just told you about myself. And I am not a priest, a minister, a pastor, or anything of the sort. I am just a follower and reader of the Bible, learning and getting understanding from God, just as you are. So, with that said, have a blessed day, and remember, God is. Walk with Jesus. Love you.